Okay, good afternoon to all of you. This is Professor Sandeep V. Fardale. We are seeing unit number 3 of the mechatronics course 302050 as per the syllabus of University of Pune, Savitribai Phule Pune University, Pune. So, unit number 3 here, with the help of this material, we'll just discuss on the unit number 3. So, this is the syllabus for unit number 3, data acquisition and microcontroller systems, interfacing of sensors, actuators to DAC system, bit width, sampling theorem, sampling frequency, aliasing, sample and hold circuit, ADC, that is analog to digital converter, successive approximation, DAC, that is digital to analog converter, in that R to R type, and current and voltage amplifier. So this is the syllabus for this unit 3. We'll focus all these points in detail. Okay, these are the objectives of this unit. These are the outcomes, and this is the reference book for this topic suggested. Now come to the first point. What is analog and digital signal? Understand first of all what is analog signal. Analog signal is generally known as alternating signal, or we can say the signal which flows in the form of sinusoidal waves is called as analog signal, whereas digital signal, that is the signal which is digitally coded one, okay, that is in the form of signal or the data or information which is available in the form of 0 and 1, that is called as digital signal. So now let's talk with the systems or examples. Analog system, in the diagram or on the screen we can observe the sensor that is here desired or obtained angle input, that is input with angle with respect to the time, that is the input, and that is sensed by the potentiometer here, or it may be the, you can say here, rotary potentiometer, and this input obtained from this potentiometer, or we can say, sorry, output obtained from this potentiometer, that is analog signal. This analog signal is given to the input of rotary system. So rotary system get rotated and dish or antenna gets situated to the right position in this system. The signal which flowing from potentiometer to the actuator, that is analog signal. Okay, so antenna then located to the proper position. So we can, with the help of graph, time, and that signal we can obtain here, it is like this. So this is the example of analog, whereas digital control system, the information is obtained in the form of 0 and 1, okay, or that signal or the data obtained to the controller unit, that is 0 and 1. So that is digital control system. So example here, if we just connect computer cable, analog to digital and digital to analog, and then say antenna system. Okay, so main purpose of this system is to locate the antenna to receive the number of more signal to the proper position. So first of all, the exact position of the antenna is sensed by the sensor, position sensor. Then its output, that is analog form, it is given to the analog to digital converter. It converts analog signal it into the digital form, and this digital form signal it is given to the signal conditioning unit, and then it is given to the computer. Now computer, what will do? The computer will control, develop the, or he can computer can just compare the existing value of the rotation and desired value of rotation. Whatever the error signal produced, it is given to the actuator via digital to analog converter. So digital to analog converter, basically digital to analog converter, basically it converts digital signal 0 and 1 form from computer to analog channel, that is sinusoidal wave. So that analog signal, it is given or it is fed to the actuator, position actuator, and accordingly dish gets switched. Okay, so this is about, that means below system, by using computer, we know very well computer understands only machine language. So machine language, that is in the form of 0 and 1, that is your digital system. Whereas analog signal, that is sinusoidal, that is you can understand here. Okay, the sensor is directly connected to the actuator via amplification mode. So this is the difference basic with the help of this example. Then nextly we'll come to the analog and digital converter systems. So ए अरे माझं लेक्चर चालू रे, अरे रेकॉर्डिंग चालू आहे, माझं लेक्चर चालू, थोडं कमी आवाजात बोला. Hello. Then come to the analog to digital converter. So analog to digital converter, you can understand here, analog to digital converter, engineering signals are continuous one. So voltage that varies over time, a chemical reaction rate that depend on the temperature, etc. Analog to digital conversion, ADC, and digital to analog conversion, DAC, allow the digital computer to interact with these signals. So analog input, sample times, and digital output. Analog to digital conversion process आपण बघू. ॲक्च्युली ही प्रोसेस खूप मोठी आहे. याच्यामध्ये सुरुवातीला आपण पहिले मराठीतून समजून सांगतो, नंतर परत आपण इंग्लिश मोडमध्ये येऊया. सो याच्यामध्ये सॅम्पलिंग प्रोसेस असते. सॅम्पल अँड होल्ड सर्किटमध्ये रिक्वायर्ड सिग्नल सॅम्पल केला जातो, होल्ड केला जातो. होल्ड केल्यानंतर त्याला डिस्क्रिटायझेशन अँड क्वांटायझेशन मोड असतात, आणि फायनली तो डिजिटल फॉर्ममध्ये कन्वर्ट होतो. सो while converting analog to digital in the sample and hold circuit, generally the signal is taken of sample time, of sample slot, and it is holded. After that, that signal is divided into the number of equal parts. Okay, so as per the timeline, and on y-axis its level is decided, that is called as quantization level, and after that the signal is put in the simplified form. Okay, in this way analog signal get converted into the digital form, that is 0 and 1 form. Okay, in further slides we'll see it in detail. Now interfacing of any sensor with data acquisition system. With the help of this slide, we're going to learn how the any sensor it is connected to the digital control system. First of all, observe or start from the mechanical system that you want to interface. Suppose mechanical system in the given block diagram on the screen, you can observe the mechanical system. The mechanical system is sensed by the sensor, its various parameters. It may be the flow, temperature, velocity, displacement, acceleration, and etc. So many more, temperature and etc. other parameters. Okay, these are sensed by the sensors, and these sensors are connected to the amplifying electronics. Now amplifying electronic consists of set of filters, rectifiers and amplifiers. Now this amplifying electronics, its output is given to the data acquisition system. The function of data acquisition system is to transfer or interact the data within two systems. So next one, control system, microcontroller computer take the data via this data acquisition system, controls it, modifies it, as well as take the control actions on the input signal, and finally, whatever the error signal or modified signal, it is fed it to the actuator via again data acquisition system, amplifying electronics, and finally, it is to the actuator. So actuator accordingly get rotated with the input signal. So actuator controls the mechanical system. In this way, complete closed loop control system we can observe here. So any mechanical system, any mechanical, electrical, electronic or embedded system, we can interface to the computer via these modes or via these blocks. Now come to the next, interfacing of sensors and actuators to the DAC. Again here, we can start from the sensor, physical phenomena. It may be the temperature, flow, velocity, displacement, acceleration, and many more. So this physical phenomena gets sensed by the sensor. Sensor's output is given to the transducer, which converts one form of energy into the another form, that is physical sensor, into the electrical signal form, that is analog, or it may be the electrical one. And this signal output, it is given to the signal conditioning unit. Signal conditioning unit consists of amplifiers, rectifiers and filters. This signal, it is given to the computer system, and finally to the from the computer to the software, and on the software, by using data storage as well as display or control panel, and as per the operating instructions, computer take the corrective actions on the input signal, and finally its output, control output, is given to the DAC hardware and then to the actuator. Accordingly, actuator runs and controls the physical phenomena. This is the interfacing of sensors and actuators to the DAC. So next one, interfacing of sensors and actuators to the DAC. Here also we can see here the same analog signal, its form, digital signal, counter timer, sensor, motors and relays. This physical system sensed by the transducer and sensors, and its output is given to the signal conditioning and then to the analog to digital converter, and from analog to digital converter, signal is attained in the digital form to the core of the computer. Okay, so this is the one side of the interfacing of sensor to the computer, and from computer to the actuator, it is another side of this control system. So signal forms we can observe on the screen, that is physical system, analog signal, then transducer, it consists of signal consists of noise, different noise levels. Now in signal conditioning, these noise levels are minimized by half wave and full wave rectifiers, filters, and we know very well noise level or noise rectifying filters are also there. We can say RC filter, RLC filter and etc. So further, this signal is given to the analog to digital converter and then to the computer. Now steps in the DAC. The sensor measures the behavior of the system. The output from the sensor is conditioned, amplified, filtered. The conditioned analog signal is digitized using analog to digital converter, that is ADC, it having the different types. The digital information is acquired, processed and recorded by the computer. The computer may then modify the system by outputting the control signal. The analog signals are conditioned again and amplified and filtered. The actuator interacts with the system to give the desired responses. Now important terms in the DAC: resolution, bits, and that is resolution, bits, and bit width, precision of the analog to the digital conversion process. Then now here resolution means what exactly? It is the minimum value of the bits, or we can say bytes, and analog to digital conversion process is independent upon the number of bits and ADC of the DAC is used. Higher the resolution, the higher the number of division by the voltage range into the 2 raised to n, and therefore the smaller detectable voltage changes with bit width and sampling rate. Now there are the different forms of signal: unit step signal, time based signal, or frequency domain signals, and etc. So we'll take step type signal to analyze for analysis purpose, resolution to understand this concept. So 0 volt to 5 volt, 0 to 5. So 0 is a bottom and 1 is at top. 0 to 1, this type is within 5 volt for generally for connecting the different sensors and etc. So 1 bit analog digital conversion we can observe. If one step this is divided in one number of equal part, then it is one step bit analog digital to conversion, analog to digital conversion. If we'll divide this 0 volt to 5 volt this step into the 3, then 3 bits, then 3 bit analog to digital conversion. You can observe here in the next diagrams, and accordingly 3 bit, 2 bit analog conversion on the screen you can observe and you can understand the concept. So in this slide again one important point, तर दोन गोष्टी या ठिकाणी लक्षात घ्या की कुठलाही जो सिग्नल आहे पहिले त्याला डिस्क्रिटाइज करायचं वाय ॲक्सिसला, त्याला आपण क्वांटिजेशन लेवल किंवा लेवल सेट करतो. नंतर एक्स ॲक्सिसला त्याला इक्वल फॉर्ममध्ये डिस्क्रिटाइज करायचं इक्वल सिगमेंट्समध्ये, त्याला डिस्क्रिटायझेशन म्हणतो आपण. क्वांटिजेशन अँड डिस्क्रिटेशन झाल्यानंतर तो सिग्नल आपण जो काय आहे त्याला कन्वर्ट करतो अनालॉग टू डिजिटल फॉर्ममध्ये. ओके, दीज आर द स्टेप्स ऑफ द डिजिटल कन्वर्जन, अनालॉग टू डिजिटल कन्वर्जन. परत एकदा रिपीट करतो स्टेप्स. अनालॉग टू डिजिटल कन्वर्ट करताना पहिली स्टेप आहे सॅम्पल, देन होल्ड इट, देन quantization, then discretization, and finally the conversion, suitable conversion. Okay, so this is called as again this system or whatever the conversion process goes through the sampling theorem or sampling process. Now to remove the different unwanted signal, generally here the RC, RLC and etc noise filtering elements, that is filters, are used. So come to the next. For example, on the screen you can observe the example. A 12-bit DAC device with 0 to 10 volt input range detects 2.4 millivolt change, while the same device with a minus 10 to the 10 volt input range would detect the change of 4.8 millivolt. So how it is? We have already seen C is equal to 10 into 1 by 2 raised to n value, that is 12. So we get the 2.4 millivolt. And C is equal to 20 into 1 by 2 raised to 12 is equal to the 4.8 millivolt. Now this is sampling process, we can understand very well. Sampling process involves different terminologies like sampling period, sampling signal, original signal, sampling length, and etc. So sampling period means the period for which the sample is taken, and sampling length is the length of the signal which is holded in sample and hold circuit for the further processing to convert analog to digital. Then sampling signal you can observe. First of all, on the screen you can see here the dark color, that is analog signal. Okay, so first of all, this signal is discretized, quantization levels are made, then it is discretized to the equal number of segments, and then conversion is take place. So we can see this is dark color, that is sample signal, and original signal in dotted lines we can observe. The next, proper and improper sampling. As per the Nyquist-Red theorem or Nyquist theorem, generally, now first of all understand what is meant by Nyquist theorem. Nyquist theorem, in short, it states that the sampling frequency of the signal in sample and hold circuit, it should be the twice of up current or some current frequency, or you can say the whatever the regular frequency of the signal, it should be made twice in order to sample the signal. That is the Nyquist theorem. So fs, that is sampling theorem, sampling frequency, should be the greater than equal to 2fc. Getting this? So that is the Nyquist rate. Generally in exam it is asked many times. So Nyquist rate काय सांगतं आपल्याला की सॅम्पलिंग फ्रिक्वेन्सी ही जनरली जे रेग्युलर सिग्नल आहे त्याच्या डबल असली पाहिजे किंवा त्यापेक्षा जास्त. So this is this Nyquist rate and sampling theorem. Let's go through these different graphs. Amplitude, time or sample numbers. You can see here analog frequency, then time based sample regular signal, and then sample signal, and finally attended signal. Okay, so now aliasing. What is meant by aliasing? First of all, understand aliasing. Aliasing results into the different signals when reconstructed form. That means any signal, if it consists unwanted signal, because we know very well while conversion process unwanted signal get mixed in the regular signal. Aliasing is the process of removing this unwanted signal from the regular signal. In simple words, that is called as aliasing. Aliasing simply refers to the filtering of signal. That is RC or RLC type of filter generally it is used. In if aliasing, it is the process in sample and hold circuit or in the sampling of the signal. So that means after discretization, signal is reconstructed, removing unwanted signal, because in the sampling process we know very well the signal is discretized, then quantization levels are made. Maybe chance that there is mixing of unwanted signals in it, so this unwanted signal can be removed by aliasing filters. So the filters used are called as aliasing filter, and process is called as aliasing. In short words, you can understand aliasing is the process of filtering the signal, that means removing the unwanted signal in the process. Now aliasing on the graph on the screen, you can observe how the aliasing is take place: regular signal, discretized signal, and finally aliasing signal. Now sample and hold circuit. It, in short words, it is called as SHA. It is used in ADC to stabilize the voltage while it being converted into the digital value. SHA consists of voltage holding capacitor and voltage follower. So when the switch is closed, the output voltage is equal to the input voltage, and when switch is open, the capacitor holds the voltage corresponding to the sampled value. So on the diagram, it is clearly, you can observe this input value. Press the switch to the sample, capacitor is there, and this is, we can say, operational amplifier with loop, and here the output. Okay, output can be taken across the amplifiers. So that is sample and hold circuit. It is a very important circuit. Now how does the ADC works? Okay, so ADC, that means analog to digital conversion process. Let's take the example. We want to control the tank level, water tank level. Let us assume in this on the screen we can observe the diagram that is 0 feet to 40 feet. Water tank is there. Water is filled in the tank. So LT, that is level transmitter, is there, and its output is connected to the ADC. Okay, that is analog to digital converter, and finally we get A to D value 10-bit output values. Okay, so we know very well binary outputs, that is 0 and 1 form. Equivalent measurement we can observe on the screen: 40 feet of water up level, then 0.0782 feet of water level, 0.039101 feet of water level, and 0 feet of water level. All are the zeros. One step, then such 1024 states we can attain. Okay, so analog get converted to the digital form numerically. We can observe here numerical value how it is converted into the digital form: 0, 2 raised to 1, or you can say 2 raised to 0, 2 raised to 1, 2 raised to 2, 2 raised to 4, 2 raised to 6, then 2 raised to 8, like this. Sorry, 2 raised to 4, then 2 raised to 8, and 2 raised to 16, 2 raised to 32, like that. So analog to digital conversion in two-step process: conjugation, transformation of a continuous signal into the set of data represented by discrete output states. Now what is the coding? Coding is assignment of digital code word or number to each output state. So on the diagram you can observe that is analog regular signal, it is shown by faint line, then it get converted into the digital form by red color, you can observe. Now what is meant by conjugation? Conjugation means the analog conjugation size or resolution Q is defined as the full scale range of ADC divided by the number of output states. Q is equal to V max minus V minimum divided by 2 raised to n, where V max minus V minimum is the range of ADC and n is the bit of the ADC. So या ठिकाणी स्टेटची व्हॅल्यू जी असेल क्यू क्वांटिजेशन करताना व्ही मिनिमम या ठिकाणी 0 असेल, व्ही मॅक्स तुमचा 5 व्होल्ट असू शकतो, 3 व्होल्ट असू शकतो, वॉट एव्हर मे बी, अँड डिवाइड बाय 2 रेस्ट टू एन. एन नंबर ऑफ तुम्हाला किती त्याच्या डिव्हिजन करायच्या, क्वांटिजेशन लेवल किती बनवायच्यात, एन. ओके, सो एन इज द बिट ऑफ एडीसी. व्ही मॅक्स मायनस व्ही मिनिमम इज द रेंज ऑफ एडीसी and n is the bit of ADC. From that, quantization level of the analog to digital converter can be calculated as Q is equal to V max minus V minimum divided by 2 raised to n. Now come to the next point. In that, successive approximation register type analog to digital converter. Now what is this SAR? This SAR is initiated so that MSB is equal to the 1. Look at the diagram carefully. Clock trigger is given, SAR block, EOC, then D0, D1, D2, DN minus 2 and DN minus 1. V voltage reference, DAC, digital to analog converter, then comparator, and sample SH, that means sample hold circuit. We input to the sample and hold circuit. After the sample and hold, it is taken to the operational amplifier, and again its output is given to the SAR. So whatever may be the that is successive approximate register, it is the type of analog to digital converter. How this analog signal get converted into the digital form, you can see here. So the code feed into the DAC, which then supplies the analog equivalent of this digital code into the comparator circuit for the comparison with the sampled voltage. If this analog voltage exceeds, then comparator causes the SAR to reset bit, otherwise the bit is left to a 1. Then next bit is set to the 1. Again test. Again SAR has been tested. The resulting code is the digital approximation of the sample input voltage. So now this is the flow chart for the SAR. Start, clear all the bits, start the MSB, most significant bits. Then MSB means most significant bit here. Set bit is equal to 1 is the DAC output Vs giving. If yes, then clear the bit back to the 0. If no, have all the bits been clear checked. Then again if no, then go to the next lower bit. And again this process from set bit to the this level, it is this step continued. And last step, that is if yes, then conversion finished, number is registered, and finally end of the process. Now R to R digital analog converter, we will see this in next lecture. We'll stop here. Okay, so in the 2 days lecture we have seen SAR, successive approximation register, then sampling theorem, quantization, aliasing, how DAC works, okay, the process of aliasing and sampling, how signal get converted analog to digital. We have seen the simple numericals on it. Then importance of the DAC. So interfacing of sensor, actuator to the DAC system, bit, sampling theorem, sampling frequency, aliasing, sample and hold circuit, ADC, that we have seen, okay, in today's lecture. Remaining two topics only, DAC, R2R, and current and voltage amplifier, we'll see in next lecture. So in this lecture we have completed half unit. So and numericals are remained on this all the topics that we'll discuss in the next lecture. Remaining portion we'll discuss in the next lecture. Okay, thank you for being patient listening me. Thank you.